YouTube. This is Know Me Starfish 86, and this is the next installment of Disney Talk. That's what I'm calling it. Disney discussion is too long, so Disney Talk is what it's called. In the past episode, we talked about Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Cinderella. In this episode, we're talking about Aladdin, preferably Jasmine. Nothing to do with Aladdin because we're doing Disney princesses, so it's mostly Jasmine. We're talking about Sleeping Beauty, and we're also talking about Snow White. Well, we're going to start with Snow White because Snow White, her story is getting butchered to death in the former theaters this month. So far, she's had Mirror Mirror come out, which Julia Roberts plays the queen, and a drag queen of a girl plays the Snow White character. So that's a comedy that's been played out. Now, Snow White has to put up with the new one that's coming out. It's called The Huntsman and Snow White, where Kristen Stewart plays Snow White, which is pretty good, but still, her story is getting butchered. Here is the real story of Snow White. The story goes, the king is in love with the queen. Right there, they're married. The queen has a baby. Her hair is black as night. Her skin is white as snow. Her lips is red as blood. And something, I don't remember the rest of it, but it's something like that. And when the queen dies, her father marries again, which is the evil queen, and the evil queen has it set in her head that she's the fairest in the land, and she wants to stay queen, blah, 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 and if she doesn't, Snow White will become queen, so she decides to kill Snow White, but Snow White goes off into the woods. She hires a huntsman. A huntsman is supposed to kill Snow White, but can't do it, so she said the huntsman says to Snow White, run off into the woods and never come back. She winds up living with 7 dwarfs. The queen finds out about it, turns old, gives her an apple. She eats it. She goes to sleep. They think she's dead. The prince comes, gives her a kiss on the lips. They get married. Forget the 7 men. There's a story. Here is my big pickle about all of this. What do you think is going on in a house full of 7 men and 1 woman? Yeah, Disney makes you think that she is just a maid. Real world? She would be paying rent. Not only is that story screwed up, but who the heck do you think would live with 7 people in 1 room? That is welfare. Okay, and next, after talking about Snow White, here's another lesson that Snow White teaches us. Never accept fruit from strangers. You don't know what's in them. And anything else? A little known tip for you boys. Do not kiss a woman when she's asleep. She's sleeping. It doesn't mean she wants to be waking up. That brings us to Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty has so many problems. For one, she's got fairies watching over her. 2, she's got a wicked enchantress curse on her head. 3, her parents lie to her. 4, she has identity crisis. 5, she thinks she's met the love of her dreams when she finds out that it's Prince Philip, her old time, the kid that she used to play with when she grew up, when she was little. And then he's got a after falling in love with this girl, he's gotta go beat up a dragon. Would you really care about a woman that much to go beat up a dragon? I don't think so. And then she is asleep and she's just lying there like this. Who sleeps like this? Really? When I go to sleep at night, I'm like this, I'm like this, I'm like this. Never in my life have I done this. I'm going to sleep. Or have I ever held a rose in my hand like this? Nah. So, the whole Sleeping Beauty thing, in my book. And last but not least, Aladdin. More or less Jasmine. How many things can be wrong with this movie? Number 1, she's a spoiled brat. Number 2, she's got a father who just wants to marry her and get her out of the house. Number 3, for pets, all she has is birds and a tiger. A tiger. She lives in Arabia or India and she has a tiger. Really, she couldn't get like a peacock or, I don't know, a bird, a monkey, a cow. No, she has to have a tiger. One of these days, in real life, Rasha could just decide to scratch the hell out of her. Just for fun. I mean, has she learned nothing? Have we learned nothing from Siegfried and Roy? You don't have tigers as pets. I mean, Roy found out the hard way. Okay, Alex, don't eat pencils. What else can we say? Well, that's about it. That's about all that we can say about it. Nothing. Oh, yeah, that's all I can say about Jasmine. And how stupid is she to fly on a flying carpet that she doesn't even know if it works or not? Please stay here for a moment while I go get something. Please stay. I'll be right back. I had to go get notes. Okay, yes. So I was talking about Jasmine. Okay, let's see. I said don't go and flying carpet. Oh, and why is it when she goes into the marketplace, does she think a hood is going to disguise her? Seriously? You put on a hoodie, you think it's gonna disguise you. I would have given her a hoodie, some sunglasses, and a pair of sneakers. And what is it with her wearing these bubble pants? Are you kidding me? It's Arabia. She should be wearing short shorts. It's like 100 degrees out and she's wearing pants. Oh, by the way, back to Sleeping Beauty and Snow White. They are the only ones other than, I'm trying to think who else. Other than Cinderella that wear their dresses all the time. Briar Rose, or whatever her name is, Aurora, all she's ever in is skirts. Snow White, all she's ever in is skirts. All of a sudden we get to Belle. Belle, all skirts. Have you ever seen Belle in a pair of pants? Never. Ariel, always in a skirt, never in a pair of pants. Cinderella, never in a pair of pants. Where are all the pants? All of a sudden you get to Jasmine, pants, 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 pants. Wedding dress. One dress. Pants, 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 pants. All she wears is pants. Has she ever worn a dress in her life? I think Disney finally gave us a break. We've seen skirt, 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 pants. Wow! Shocker! So, that was Aladdin, Sleeping Beauty, and Snow White. Please stay tuned for our next episode of Disney Talk when we discuss, let's see. When we discuss Hercules, Pocahontas, and Hunchback of Notre Dame. We're going to be talking about an Indian princess, a Greek goddess, and a gypsy. I hope you'll stay tuned to that, and I hope you like this, and bye-bye.